My name is Matt, and this is Keith, and welcome to...
I didn't know if you're going to say something like for the theme.
We say that little thing
I know.
first.
I didn't know if you had...
My name is Matt, and this is Keith, and welcome to...
Okay.
Our podcast topic today is the Olympics. Hopping on current trends of things happening. Hopefully, people trying to find things about the Olympics stumble across this video. I am the Olympic torch.
Out of all the things I've seen from the Olympics so far, this has to be the most offensive.
Do you think this is offensive?
No.
You don't think so?
Just to clarify, he is pretending to be an Olympic torch, nothing else. There is no hidden agenda.
There's no hidden agenda. If you zoom in really close,
we're not trying to make fun of anybody. Nothing.
Do you watch the Olympics?
I've been watching just kind of like highlights and reels that I scroll upon, like on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Have you ever watched the Olympics?
Oh, yeah.
Watched the Olympics?
As growing up, it was every year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Every year?
What? Every year they're on.
Mm-hmm. Keith thinks the Olympics is... Keith, that's actually the Super Bowl that you're watching, okay? I'm all fired up.
Not only does Matt know everything you need to know about cars, he also knows tons and tons of information about sports.
I do. I'm very well educated when it comes to sports. You're telling me you don't look at me and think, oh, that's someone that should be on ESPN.
When we go to Levi's football games, I am always asking Matt questions about what's happening and everything.
I mean, I wasn't going to embarrass you, but I
really wish I would have known you when I played football, because then I would probably been a lot better.
I think so. Which you like more, the Winter Olympics or the Summer Olympics?
Summer.
Really?
Oh,
why?
Yeah. I don't know. I just like it more.
What is your favorite event?
That's hard. As a kid, growing up, I always loved watching any of the gymnastics, swimming, diving. The track stuff. I just find it all very cool.
What is it about the Olympics that you like watching?
I think part of it is the fact that it only happens every 4 years.
Fair.
So it kind of gives this anticipation. And then just seeing people put themselves on display, and just really pushing themselves physically, I think is just kind of cool. And it's not you can watch sports and it's just not the same atmosphere, I guess. So there's just something about watching people from all over the world compete against each other.
Are you gonna ask me?
You can answer the question too. I don't have to repeat the question.
Yeah, I've never really watched the Olympics. What? So if you don't ask me the question and I bring it up, I'm wrong. If I bring it up, I'm wrong. I can't be right in this situation.
I'm sure there are a lot of people who have not really watched the Olympics. For me though, it just seems so strange to not watch the Olympics.
But if it's on, I'm gonna look at it, but I'm not actively seeking it out.
Yeah, it was a thing growing up.
Really?
Oh my gosh, the Olympics, turn on the TV. We'd watch it all.
And you would watch it every single day?
Mm.
Oh. I think it's cool because it's just this thing of a unity type of thing of okay, we're gonna set aside all this craziness and compete and work hard to do this thing, and it's just sort of this celebration, and it's really non-problematic. It's really just this very fun thing. People just have a lot of fun watching it. I wish there was a crafting Olympics. I think it's possible to simultaneously respect all the work and effort that goes into it, but I just do not. But like you said, it's there's something that I guess makes it different, and I understand why people are really interested in it and like watching it.
Well, for me, like I feel like it's because it's like the world.
Right.
It's not like, oh, these two teams, you know, kind of thing. It's the world.
Right.
And so it's this like bringing the entire world together, and everything kind of just fades from that. Obviously things happen and
Right.
people are still upset about things, but it's like the world coming together for this one event.
Right.
So I think that, to me, that's what makes it like so special and big and like different.
Right.
So.
Well, and I mean, I feel like it's just cool to see someone get to like do their dream of like, oh, they've spent all this time and all this effort working towards this one thing, and now they're able to do this one thing and excel. And
or they crash and burn and you feel that devastation with them. That's also like, and it's not funny and it's not like this, but it is like almost kind of this cool thing that we all connect and kind of have like that. We feel a loss for somebody when they have worked so hard for something and lose.
Right. I mean, honestly, how you're describing how it makes you feel, I feel like that's how I feel when I watch Big Brother. It really is. It is.
I get it. It's just kind of funny.
I don't even remember how I was going to segue into this. But the next question was, what would you do if you were in the Olympics? What event would you do?
I feel like I always wanted to do gymnastics.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I am not built for gymnastics, though. Now that I'm like thinking about myself, I'm like, oh, maybe like some rugby.
Oh, I could see that. You'd be a good rugby player. But
growing up, always wanted to do like gymnastics.
I've always thought gymnastics are super cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. I think like I would like do some running thing. Like,
well, you can actually edit in the video of our race that we had with me, you, and Ryan.
Oh,
for this.
Where I did win.
Mm-hmm. You won.
I did win.
That one. Somehow.
I doubt that you would win now.
What do you mean you doubt that? I would still win. Who do you think would win?
Me.
You think you're faster than me?
When was that race?
That was like in 2021.
Okay, now tell me, and not to be mean.
Oh,
not to be mean.
Oh, I love.
How much did you weigh during that race?
I don't remember. Less than I do now, but I'm telling you, I could beat you in a race.
It was a good amount now, and when he edits that in, you will see. And I weighed significantly more than I do now, and we were neck and neck in that race. So now you have me, who is significantly lighter,
and me, who is what?
Heavier.
Okay. I want a race.
We will have a race.
I want a race.
And
I want to like do videos where we start to have an argument and then it's like, okay, well, we're going to see. I have something planned. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I've been planning it for the last like 2 months now.
We will have an updated race. We will have both races.
I'm going to race. I mean, yes, I am going to race, but I'm going to beat you in the race.
Okay.
So,
I will say during our first race, I was like 285, 295 pounds. So just so everyone knows. And we were neck and neck.
I don't know if we were.
They can see it on the video. When
yeah,
you put
but I'm telling you right now, I haven't seen the video in a long time. I don't think we were neck and neck. I think we were close. But
So now I'm 60 pounds lighter than then. So
I'm a good runner. Why did you look off like that?
Okay.
You're mean.
You won that race.
Yeah, and I'm going to win the next one. I'm going to win the next one. I am. I'm going to win the next one. If you were to create an Olympic event, it could be anything. Anything. What would you do? Well, you could create literally any Olympic event. There is not like anything that you would create.
No. The Olympics are like all like of sports that are already like a thing. That's the whole point of the Olympics.
I know, but like you like it's just this fun conversation of like, oh, like what would like if you could make anything into a sport, what would you make?
Fun is relative.
What do you mean relative? Yeah. So you make something that you think would be fun.
Yeah, I don't have an idea for that. What would you do?
Okay. A few different options. I think you could do like office chair racing. Let me like describe it to you though. Let me describe it to you. So instead of like a normal office chair, these are like very sleek, like very aerodynamic, very like slick, futuristic looking. So like
a bobsled chair.
It's sort of like a bobsled. See, look, you got it. So it's almost like a bobsled chair type of thing. And you have two people. Okay. So you have the person in the chair who has to like really work on keeping the chair stabilized. And then you have the person pushing the chair. So it's a 2-team thing. Okay. It's a 2-team thing. And now, I mean, honestly, as I'm thinking about it more, I think it could be like a cool thing because it's like you have like a flat surface. I mean, it really combines a lot of different events. So it's like a bobsled thing almost, like a dash thing. It's almost like a bicycle thing because like you've got to like control it, like make sure it doesn't fall over. Okay, I think that would be a good one. Now, one that I think would just be like completely out the window ridiculous would be something like picking up things. So like you have like 20. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I'm just like on something.
I'm like, have you been drinking?
No, I've not been drinking. I'm just like making myself laugh because I'm enjoying this with you. It tickles me.
Clearly.
Okay, so another event that would just be insane, wild, off the walls. Let's say you have 3 minutes. Are you with me? Okay.
3 minutes.
So you have 3 minutes. There's this like big square, like countertop almost. Let's say it's like 10 by 10. Okay. So it's like 10 feet by 10 feet. And you have 30 cats on the floor. And you have to pick up as many cats and put them on the countertop as possible. And then after the 3 minutes, the person who has the most cats on the countertop, they get the most points.
This sounds like you could potentially harm cats.
No, it's like a very...
I know, but if people are racing, a cat is going to get injured or a person will be injured.
No, you only do one person at a time.
Yes, but you have how many cats that you're quickly picking up and trying to place somewhere?
You got to do them like gently though. Just how there's rules in other Olympic events, there would be rules in these Olympic events. Mm-hmm. So like you couldn't run, you have to walk. Yeah. Okay. I think one of the coolest things in the entire world, and when I say one of the coolest things in the entire world, I just thought of this week. Okay. I think it would be cool to carry an Olympic torch, like be part of like the thing,
like be part of the opening, like ceremony.
Yes.
I mean, I think that'd be fun. I think just being at and like the Olympics and like seeing all of that and everything happening, I think would be really cool. I mean, they're going to be in LA this next time.
I know. So
we could go
depending on like the path of where the torch goes. What if
Have you looked up like how you become a torchbearer?
I did? You have to like be nominated. Sometimes people like are able to apply. You've got to like so there's like celebrities. There's like
we
sports
really need
involved
you
people.
guys to help our podcast take off
Yes.
so that we become some influencers and famous, and then we can do the Olympic torch.
We could carry. Have there ever been people carrying it together, like two people? That would be fun. Oh my gosh! What if we carry the Olympic torch together? What? What? Why are you laughing at me?
I could just walk with you and hold your hand. This is the 2028 design, guys. No one will actually have a torch. They all will just look like this. We could talk about Winter Olympics.
I don't know anything about that.
The only
I also
thing,
don't know anything about the Summer Olympics.
The only thing on Winter Olympics, because growing up, like that was also kind of a big thing, but it was for figure skating. My mom loves figure skating, I like it too. But yeah, figure skating.
Figure skating's scary because of the blades.
So we would watch that as well. So there's lots of memories doing that. Not much else in Winter Olympics that we would watch. Really just figure skating.
I like whenever like the people that are in the Olympics talk about them being a kid and like watching the Olympics and being like, oh, I like really want to do that one day.
Yeah. I thought like that as a kid, like, oh, I'm going to be in the Olympics one day.
Really?
So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I didn't think that.
Maybe I can be one of those random people that get picked.
Maybe I can be one of those random people.
What would I, if that was a thing, like that's like, what would I want to compete in?
Oh, not like like if you could do anything, what event?
Right. But like if I legit like got chosen to go, because that happens, like what would I want to do? Because there's like the guy that I was talking about earlier that was chosen by his country to be one of those.
Right.
And he didn't even know how to swim. And so like over like 6 months, he took swimming lessons and everything. So yeah, I think that would be wild. And then I watched a video just a little bit ago that's a show that Shaquille O'Neal did, where he competed against like all these other like things. And so he did a race with Michael Phelps in swimming, and they gave him, it was like a relay. They made just Michael Phelps on his own team, so he had to do all 4 legs, and then Shaq had the women's Olympic swim team, and of course all 3 women go first and get way ahead, and then Shaq goes, and then Michael Phelps still beat him. And it's just like I think that'd be cool, like to swim against Michael Phelps. I think that'd be like fun. But I'd want that kind of same situation, because I don't want to just be like murdered in the pool. Like, no thanks. But like just the chance to like, you know, meet people like that and like kind of have fun and do something crazy.
I think it'd be cool to do like the relay thing. I don't know why I said the relay thing. It's called the relay. Flash forward 4 years. This podcast has taken off. I think we should, around the time of the Olympics, we have Matt and Keith's Olympics, where we train for a month in every event that's going to be at the Olympics, and we see who does better. I think that's a good idea.
Would that go as well as like the competition you and Levi had?
Keith, thank you for recording this episode with me. This is our 10th episode. Okay. Keith, thank you for recording this episode with me. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow this podcast. Give it a thumbs up. If you're listening or watching, you can follow us on Instagram at oh dang, I did it again. It's there's is not a letter. Is MMMK _podcast. And we're back on TikTok now. We've been on TikTok before, but I was able to log back into the account MMMK _podcast. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to say anything. Okay? You don't need to say anything, because Keith, I love you. even though sometimes you get on my nerves. Yeah. Thank you for watching, listening, subscribing.
If you come across our video, please interact, comment, share.
Tell me there's actually not 3 seasons, and then I can argue with you in the comments and act confused when I'm not really confused.
And people really think you are.
I know.